Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole.
What's up guys, it's Taylor. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a school related Q&A slash like an advice video, and I've never done like a school advice video on my channel, so I'm really excited for this video. Also, I filmed this video earlier and it ended up not turning out like whenever I went to go edit it. I just didn't like the way that it looked, so I'm filming this video for a second time. Also, I came prepared today because I wrote a whole bunch of notes in this notebook right here. I wrote like 2 pages full of notes, and I'm just really excited to share my advice with you because I wrote it all down on paper, so this video is actually going to be organized. Okay, so the first question is from _cat_nip123, and she said, how do you hang out with your boyfriend and friends but not make them feel like you're leaving them out of your life? Okay, so basically what you can do is if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and you also have a friend that wants to hang out like at the same time, then you can just get them all together at one time in one place, and you can like make a set schedule, because if you want to hang out with your boyfriend and your friend also wants to hang out with you that day, and you can't obviously because you're going to hang out with your boyfriend or your friend and you can't hang out with the other person, then you can just make a schedule, and then that way the other person will know. Okay, this is just an example, but if you make a set schedule and you hang out with your boyfriend every single Sunday, your friend will know not to ask you to hang out on Sunday because you're already hanging out with your boyfriend. Okay, so the next question is from winter.gamer.girl, and she said, how do you focus on studying? Okay, so my number one tip whenever it comes to focusing on studying is to make a routine and get into the habit of doing that routine every single day, because if you don't do that, then you're probably going to lose focus and you're not going to want to study, and you're probably just going to get on your phone or on your computer or watch YouTube videos or Netflix, and that is never good whenever you're supposed to be focusing on your studying. School should always come first, and it should be your number one priority no matter what. Okay, so you also have to find a quiet place to study, whether that's in your bedroom at home or going to a library, because odds are if you're hanging out with your family or your friends, you're probably going to get distracted, and that is never good while you're trying to study. And I know some people like to go to coffee shops or like to Panera to study, and that is perfectly fine, but this is just my advice, and I just definitely recommend like going to a quiet place to study, because I know I don't want to get distracted while I am trying to study. Okay, so my next tip is to turn off all of your electronics, and I know that they have a website. I don't know what it's called, but I know you can just type in like any website onto that website and it blocks you from going onto that specific website. Like if I typed in twitter.com, it wouldn't let me on Twitter for like a certain amount of time, and it would just make me have to study. Okay, so my last tip for this question is to set reminders for yourself, and I know that they have apps to set reminders, and a lot of people forget to study, so that's why I'm telling you guys to set a reminder, because if you set a reminder for yourself, then it will remind you to study. So the next question is also from winter.gamer.girl, and she said, what do you do if you're friends with someone but everybody hates that person? Okay, so me personally, if I had a friend who everybody hates that person, I would still be friends with them. Just because everybody else hates them doesn't mean that you have to hate them, even though I don't know what's going on in their life and I don't know why everybody hates that person. If they're really your friend and if you want to support them through life, then I definitely think that you should still be their friend. Like, you shouldn't just not be their friend just because everybody else doesn't want to be their friend. Okay, so the next question is from Mother Abigail, and she said, how to manage YouTube and schoolwork. Okay, if you guys make YouTube videos and you go to school, I just want to tell you guys that school should be your number one priority over YouTube. Please focus on your schoolwork before you do anything related to YouTube. Okay, so one tip that I have is to finish all of your schoolwork first and then start doing YouTube related stuff. So make sure you come home from school, get a snack, and just do your homework, and then you can do YouTube related stuff. So I also recommend pre-filming a whole bunch of videos on the weekend, and I know that this can be hard, especially if you are a busy person, like if you have other activities or you work. But if you ever have a weekend off, then I definitely recommend like just filming a whole bunch of videos, because it will definitely help. So if you pre-film a video on the weekend, then during the week after school, after you do your homework or like after you study, you don't have to worry about having to film anything because you already did that on the weekend, and you can just worry about editing through the week. So the next question is from Lena, and she said, how to deal with mean people. So my advice on dealing with mean people and dealing with bullies is to kill the person with kindness. And what I mean by this is, if somebody is being mean to you or if somebody is like teasing you, then all you have to do is just give them nice compliments back. And you're probably thinking, Taylor, how is this supposed to help me? Like, the person is being mean to me. I'm not supposed to be nice to them back. So eventually, if you just keep on being nice to the person person that is being mean to you, they will leave you alone and they will stop. And I have learned this from experience. You do not want to be looked upon as a mean person, so just be nice to the person that is bullying you, and that is like my only advice that I can give you. I don't want to tell you guys to walk away from the bully or the mean person, because half the time I feel like that doesn't even work and they're just going to come back the next day and bully you, so I just feel like it doesn't do any good. Today's society is already bad enough and we do not need any more mean people in this world. So the last question is from Hannah, and she said, what to do if you don't have any classes with your friends. Okay, so tip number 1 is a really obvious one, but it's just to make new friends, and I know that this can be hard, but just try and make new friends, because if you make new friends then you won't be alone in your class. Also, another tip that I have is to join like a sports team or like a club, and I never did this in high school and I really regret doing this because I didn't really make that many friends in high school, and I stayed friends with like the same group of people. And basically if you do this, then you can find people with similar hobbies as you, and it's easier to make friends that way. Okay, so also just know that whenever you're making new friends, there's also other people that are trying to make new friends, and just know that you're not alone and that there's other people that are in the same situation as you, and just be yourself whenever you're trying to make new friends. Okay, so the last question is from my YouTube friend Seth, and he said, can I be in this? This is school related, I swear. Seth, even though your comment had nothing to do with school, even though you said it did, of course you can be in my video. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys would like more advice videos in the future, then definitely give this video a thumbs up for me. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, like my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Snapchat. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this outro. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!